So you know why you're here?
I have no idea.
Being a bad boy.
Jeez, that was fast.
I remember that you're a cowboy.
Yes.
Do you own the horses that you ride on?
I mean, do you write? Have you ever? What?
You want to go back to talking about AI? Because I'm really curious. So I threw you into the shark pool, didn't I? Like you're.
Nah, it's all good. I can handle
It's
it.
like Minesweeper. You're trying to dodge the bullets.
Is it normal that I like this pain? It's not good that I
Yeah.
like this pain.
Depends how often your mom beats you up with the chancla.
Oh, so all the time?
Okay, well, that's why. The fingers, they will help me. So you show 1, 2, 3, 4, presses for thumbs in, and then she smushes my abdominals together. She shows me how to work out as if I don't know. I know. I've seen all the YouTube videos. I know how it works. I just don't want to do it. They put you on your back, you put your legs up, and then you scream. I squatted on top of a fucking patch of grass to teach my dog.
Unbelievable.
You have to pay money for a free child?
Yeah, you have to pay money. It's not free.
I thought it's like going to the rescue shelter and you just pick one out.
No, I think men are more appreciated depending on how they perform.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Because that's your only job. We don't expect you to be pretty. You still have responsibilities that you established way before the child was ever even an idea. So you have to catch up with that shit. And she will massage your boobies. And it's not the kind of massage that you like.
Oh, gosh. Was it natural birth?
We went to the hospital and I was like, give me the fucking epidural. I want the goddamn epidural. And they say it's 2 a.m. in the morning. They say, we only have one anesthesiologist and he's with cardio right now. I'm like, I don't care who dies of a heart attack. Give me the epidural. I want it now. We got the small talk out of the way. So this week, I look like a Lego because I got 4 of my wisdom teeth removed.
Playmobil.
So I'm on all kinds of drugs lately. I should not even say that. A few people reached out to me after I made a really cute story post about wanting to talk to people and their passions. I'm so tired. Today, I'm meeting with a man who's as hardworking as he's talented.
My name is Vega, and I've been working in the industry for over 10 years as a professional environment senior concept artist.
Vega is an entrepreneur, YouTuber, concept artist, illustrator, husband, and dog dad who worked for well-known companies like Riot Games, Wizard of the Coast, Fantasy Flight Games, just to name a few. In his spare time, he interviews artists for his own YouTube channel and offers guidance on how to become the best artist you can be. Some of his notable projects are working on Magic the Gathering, Netflix's Castlevania, comic book IPs like Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy and DC's Batman. Next to his valuable YouTube content, Jose opened a skill-sharing platform for aspiring concept artists that offer courses, online workshops, and even in-depth group one-on-one mentorships. With 14 years of experience in the industry, having survived the post-COVID industry crash, this man of steel is worthy of an aspiring, hardworking student. Sign up if that student is you. So you know why you're here?
I have no idea.
Being a bad boy. I saw your video about AI.
So this right here just made the news. And now, first, this is a very unfortunate event for the artists that are affected by these layoffs, right? Let's make that very clear. And I see some artists that are, blaming AI or, this is because of the higher ups or the management or, because of something else. But I think at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter as much the real reason why things like this are happening. I believe that if you're working in this industry, this is something that you should prepare for and not really surprise you as much. These are things that are really outside of your control as an artist. But there are things that we can control in terms of how we react to it. And the things that we can do to prepare for when something like this happened to us, we have more control as artists. And, things like making sure that your financials are in order and you have a really good, healthy emergency fund. Things like updating your portfolio constantly and getting better in your skills or acquiring newer skills and really not depending on your professional work to build up your portfolio. Having a good, respectable presence online and in person as well, right? And so I think that things could look very, very dire if we all the time focus too much on the negatives that are happening, right? So instead of really focusing and putting your energy on the things that are within your control and the good things that are happening. And so if you comment the word plan, I made a video about, how I will prepare for a layoff and actually how I can bounce back. So if you comment the word plan, I can send it directly to your DMs. I hope that helps.
About the layoffs and stuff. And I loved your take on it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. How you been? How's the baby, first of all?
Oh my God. You don't want to know. Like, there's amazing days and then there's difficult days.
Yeah.
And he chooses the difficult days very
often.
very smartly. Like only when I need a lot of work to do. That's when he's being fussy and shit. How's your family? How are your kids, your wife?
Well, I don't have any kids, but
Wait, you don't have kids? I thought you did.
Just dogs.
Ah, that's why I thought you did have kids, because we talked about your dogs a lot. But I remember that you're a cowboy.
Yes.
Do you own the horses that you ride on?
No. So the place that I live, I actually was just in Mexico at a ranch riding for like a week. And it was like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, something like that. So yeah, no, I don't ride much here in Texas because the places that are here are very strict with weight and size. And so like I'm 6'1", 235-ish. And so 98% of the places here, they have like a 200-pound limit or something like that for the horses, which is, I mean, it's understandable, but I think most cases is more BS than anything.
Wait, so they're calling you overweight for a horse?
Mm-hmm.
I never heard that before.
Yeah. I mean, I know why they do it, because I know some people that, that if you, I mean, do you ride? Have you ever ridden?
I wish.
Okay.
I wish. I watched a bit of Yellowstone and the prequels to that.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, that's the life.
No, so if you don't have like experience riding and you're heavy, like you don't know how to ride with the body of the horse, especially if you're in riding fast, and so that hurts the horse. And so that's what normally they do it. But I mean, I know how to ride, I know how to move with the horse and all that, but they don't know that. So
wait, so they put you on a scale before they put you on a horse?
No, they ask you before you sign it, like before you pay your thing. Like they ask you what's your weight, what's your thing, right? And I mean, if you look at me, you know I'm over 220 at least, right? I don't normally ride here.
Maybe that's your incentive now to change.
You mean to lose weight?
I didn't want to say it.
No, I cannot. Like I try to lose weight, but like if I go under 220. I look very sick.
Okay.
Because I lose a lot of like muscle and stuff, and like I get like really like really
you
thin.
have thin cheeks, so I would have never known.
Yeah, I'm like 235. But yeah, I was just in Mexico riding, so it was great. It was a great thing.
I envy you. I'm also done with the city. Do you live in the city or do you live like in a village, or what's the environment?
It's like a little town. It's like the suburbs. I'm probably 40 minutes from the main city, 30 minutes.
Okay.
I don't like the city either.
It's loud. You can't really like relax, like meditate, get into yourself, and
yeah, there's no way.
I can feel it now. We went to a chalet, like a little cabin in the woods. It was more of a spa than a cabin, and for the first time I could like really relax. Nice. Really relax. And that was, you can really feel the difference. Like there's a tension that you carry with you when you're in the city that you're not even aware of if you live there long enough. So now I'm becoming the generic mom who wants to take her kids out into the village, the suburbs, the forest, but far away from the city for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the way it should be. But
So do you want to go back to talking about AI? Because I'm really curious.
Jeez, that was fast.
And now that we got the small talk out of the way.
Yeah, sure. What about it?
I feel like every month I can see a big company going to shit. And a lot of people say, it's AI's fault. We're being replaced by AI. I have a bit of a different opinion on what's actually happening.
Yeah.
And people that I know who have been working in those environments know too.
Mm-hmm.
But safe to say, in my opinion, the big companies, they become corporate. And by corporate, I mean they employ those Karens, women that should be mothers, that instead of mothering their own children, start mothering employees, micromanage, and actually don't get anything done,
Mm-mm-mm.
and are too concerned with DEI and political correctness and making everyone
DEI?
happy. Yeah,
What's that?
diversity, equity, inclusion.
Oh, okay.
The diversity hires, basically. We have to have so many women, so many people of color, so many LGBTQ people in an office. Otherwise, the company can't run. Stuff like that. They don't go by skill, they go by culture, background, and sexual orientation.
Oh, yeah, that I don't know about that.
You didn't know that?
No, to be honest, I tend to stay away from all that stuff as much as possible. Like I get exposed to it because of social media, obviously, since I'm in it. But every time I like political stuff, like I only know like surface level. Like I don't go into any of that. Like
You
I
don't
don't
talk to the people that are in the... Wait, have you ever worked in a big corporate office?
in-house in the office.
Hmm.
Yeah, I used to back in I mean before COVID. I mean it wasn't like a big corporate office, it was just like a
Okay.
small studio.
Things
But
have
there were
changed a
people
bit
there.
since, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Which yeah, I'm dreading a little because I may have to go to the the company that I work with. I may have to go to in office in maybe like a year or two. So my wife that it's gonna be a very interesting experience. So
It's boring, but it's fun at the same time. Like the fun part that I miss about the office is drinking coffees in the cafeteria and catching up, but not
yeah,
getting any work done.
yeah,
The boring part is that you constantly have people that interrupt you, and if they don't interrupt you in real life, they interrupt you by meetings, so you actually never do anything
yeah,
productive.
yeah, yeah,
And then you
yeah.
have to watch what you say
See,
all the
that's
time.
where the interesting part comes in because I don't normally watch what I say in terms of like if I had to say something, I'll say it, But that's gonna be interesting.
I would wager men have to be less careful than women.
Mm-mm-mm.
But I only know the female experience, so.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I threw you into the shark pool, didn't I? Like
Nah, that's all good. I can handle
it's like Minesweeper. You're trying to dodge the bullets. Like,
it. No, I can handle it. I can handle it. I can handle mostly any conversation.
oh man,
Mostly any conversation.
what are you working on right now? It looks like you're drawing.
Yeah, so we just started a well, we finished the week before last a big like a concept push thing, which is where we take like 3 to 8 weeks of just concepting ideas and stuff and developing ideas and stuff. Um, and this week we started on a new one, and so
Who do you mean by we?
like the team that I work with for Wizards of the Coast, so the concept art team,
Okay.
we do this like what we call concept pushes pretty much where depending on what we are trying to design we spend 1 week or 8 weeks or 12 weeks or whatever, and so that's when we come up with like all the new ideas for in our case for the world that we're building. So if it's a new set or a new section of an established place that we already have in the game and all that, and so it's really just like developing ideas every single day. And yesterday we started a new one, which is like a short one this week, and then next week we start another new one. So
So is it like Blue Sky Explorations?
yeah,
Okay. So
yeah,
you make the pictures before the story happens. The story kind of comes with the pictures once you have some
yes, it sort
brainstorms.
of gets
Okay.
developed sort of like at the same time.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's fun though,
yeah. I mean, that's really what we do
all the time.
98% of the time.
Okay. And
Yeah,
you don't run out of ideas. Where do you get your inspiration from?
all the time. I mean, all the time I run out. But the ADs do pretty good job like defining what they want. with references and stuff. And sometimes like we do like early stuff for testing. So even before like the regular official push, like sometimes we do like blue sky stuff for them to like test it with testers and stuff. And which is what we're doing for this. And sometimes we have a lot more freedom than other times, which is kind of cool because then we can do with, we can work with a sentence or just a couple of pictures or whatever, and then you can do whatever you want. So it's been good. It's been good. It's a good change of pace too. You probably know Magic the Gathering has such a big IP, such a big world that yes,
Every artist wants to work for them.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot that we can pull from, but also it's harder because then we cannot repeat any new idea that's already established. This is such a big world, It's sort of like a double-edged sword sometimes.
Yeah, like with everything.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself going rogue and doing your own thing one day?
Nah. I mean, not in art. Not in art.
Okay. What is it? What's your passion?
No, I like art is still my passion, but art is not really my
It's your job now, but what's your passion? What's the thing that you do that you don't get paid for?
I mean, there's a couple, like I do jiu-jitsu and I don't get paid for. I love it. I wish I could do it every day, but my body cannot handle every day.
So you can only pass out once a week, or how often do they let you on the mat? 3 times a week?
I do it 3-4 times a week.
That's very regular.
Regular?
I think if you did it every day, this would not be good, even for like a young person, like a 20-something-year-old, that wouldn't be good for them.
They can handle it.
Recover. They can handle it, but they need to recover.
Yeah. No, I know some young guys that they do it a couple times a day, 5 days a week. But they want to be like a champion, like a champion one day. It's not like a hobby. It's more like almost like their career.
So they have a sponsor that stands behind them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. I obviously don't want to be a champion. I mean, I competed before, and I want to compete in 2 months, 3 months. But
where's
it's not like
competition?
It's right here in Texas, same area.
Okay.
Austin is the mecca of jiu-jitsu in the United States. So most of the schools are in Austin, Texas.
Wait, is this where Joe Rogan is?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have to ask you, did you see him by any chance?
No, I haven't seen him. And this is where Tesla is too. So
okay.
Yeah.
So you saw Elon Musk or?
No, I haven't seen him. I've never seen him. But
Mark Zuckerberg?
Austin, no, he does jiu-jitsu. And he has done 2 competitions too. But I haven't seen him. I haven't seen any famous I mean, I've seen what's his name? Lyoto Machida. I don't know. Well, he's a UFC veteran, but he's pretty famous. I saw him at a competition once, but yeah. No, it's been fun. And art is still my thing, but I don't know. I never got into art because I wanted to do my own thing. I just wanted to work on cool projects.
Yeah, I get that. But it takes the magic out of it for me personally. Like, I did exactly that. I worked on the films I wanted to work on and stuff. And then it's not the same anymore once you know how the sausage is made. Takes the magic out of it. That's why you should never be a magician if you're into magic. Like, become an engineer.
That's a good analogy right there.
So if you were to start your own thing, what would it be?
I don't know. I think I'm in a phase where, I'm 42 right now. And I still do a lot of things. Like I'm pretty active and stuff. I want to for a couple of years, I've just been trying to conjure my ideal every day that I'm going to. Like if I die tomorrow, I wouldn't have any, and I talk about this with my wife like constantly. Like I don't celebrate birthdays. I don't celebrate like big things because I celebrate them like every day. Like I'm in that spot where I want to spend every single day the way I would do it if I were to die in, tomorrow or 10 days, or, doing the things that I really love, And yes, I do think about the future. Like I plan stuff for 5 years or 10 years and whatnot, which, I always do. But at the same time, like if you ask me, what would you do tomorrow if, what would you do today if you were going to die tomorrow? I'll probably be doing the same thing that I would do today. Like I'll work a little bit. I'll spend time with my family. I'll do my jiu-jitsu. I'm just grateful. Yes, I'll probably spend that in Japan if,
Do you speak Japanese?
I am learning. It's been good.
How? What's your source? Where do you get your Japanese from?
So before my first trip last year, I hired a mentor, a Japanese mentor through Preply or Preply, or I don't know how you spell it, but it's a website for language. And I was meeting with her back then 3 times a week, and we would do like one-on-one conversational stuff for an hour, 3 times a week. And I will also do my own like little courses I will find online throughout the week. But after last year's trip, I've been meeting with her once a week, and I've been doing my own like learning throughout the week. And then every time, which I'm actually meeting her after meeting with you today.
Amazing.
And
At 6 p.m., right? That's a 6 p.m. meeting?
Yes. How do you know?
He told me you have a 6 p.m. meeting, so I remembered.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah.
Were you scared I have access to your schedule?
No, I was just like more curious than anything. I was like, wait, what? I was surprised, but yeah. Yeah, I do remember telling you, yeah. No, but yeah, it's a beautiful language and I love it.
Very cute. Like the language is just as cute as their culture.
Yeah.
I would love to speak it. I was in Japan once and I was very frustrated because no one spoke English. Not even the people at the information counter at the subway spoke English. And the worst is if you order food and you just think, okay, the fingers, they will help me. So you show 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want 2 onigiri, 3 onigiri. They look at you like, what do you want from me? And then when you're trying to fix the fact that you gave them a bad like customer experience, you give them a tip, maybe a bit bigger tip for being so rude as a foreigner who can't even count on like 10 fingers. Then they like are completely, and they run after you and they try to give you back your money and like, please take the money. That's how you know. I'm not compatible with the East. They shushed me on the subway because I was too loud. I think I heard Baka Gaijin somewhere in the background. But no matter that, right? Like that is what I did was really, really bad. But seeing a man reading hentai, pedophilic hentai, on the subway is totally fine and not rude at all. And then when you go shopping, you're trying to go into the changing room. And then suddenly a white angry lady comes to you and says, you did it wrong. And I'm like, what? Did I take my bra off wrong? What did I do wrong? And she says, you have to take your shoes off before you go into the cabin. Can you not see? Everywhere I went, I felt like I was making a mess. Like a big elephant in a porcelain store. Like I turn around and suddenly I did something wrong again. But I loved it. It was pretty.
Yeah, it's a very big cultural shock too.
Yeah. What was your experience?
It was great. I think there's a big piece of me still over there. I always say. I always wanted to go since I was a little kid, since I was like a teenager.
Of course, the anime did it to you.
Yeah.
Huh? And the food, the Studio Ghibli stuff. You wanted to try it.
Yeah. And I actually have my old high school friend, which he was one of the ones that introduced me to like anime and stuff. Ever since I knew him, since high school, he always said that he wanted to move to Japan, marry a Japanese girl, and all this stuff. And he's actually there. He's been there for like 20 something years. He has his family there. He lives in Okinawa, and so I always wanted to go and learn the language too. And it was great. It was also a great differencing experience if you know the language. We went to this burger place, one of these famous burger places, and the first night that we went kind of late, and so I'm trying to talk to the guy, with my broken Japanese and Google Translate at the same time, and he's like, "Oh no, we're only accepting like takeouts orders, not seatings." And we're like, "Yeah, that's fine. We'll do a takeout, take it home and to the hotel and eat it." I always was trying to like talk to the guy and stuff, the guy in the front. And the next day I was like, I need to go back to a place so I can sit down properly and do the whole meal thing. And I got there and he was like, oh, it's there's like a 2 hour wait.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so we just gotta walk around and come back. And we were sitting, and like 10 minutes later, he goes like, "Say, like come here. We find you like a little spot thing." And
So
but he,
wait, 10 minutes. So you didn't go walk around. You sat down and
yeah, because we were trying to figure out where to go from where we were.
oh, okay.
And the guy from the reception like calls me to the side. He's like, "Oh, we're gonna put you in like a little corner here for you and your wife, everything." But I think it was because like I was trying to talk to, because everybody there was not Japanese. It was like people from outside. And I think that like they change when you're trying at least the language to communicate
Yeah.
with them and stuff.
I saw some signs that went viral online in
Mm,
front of restaurants in Japan that says we don't accept foreigners.
hmm
So what do you think happened here? Why?
I know
Who
exactly
is
what happened.
responsible for that?
The foreigners, for sure, 100%.
Which ones?
Oh, I have no
Which
idea.
ones?
I don't know. But I know foreigners could be, I've seen videos, and foreigners can be very disrespectful to where they are. Yeah, I don't have a space for patience for that. Yeah.
I read some articles that geishas and not geishas, the apprentices of geishas, I forgot the name, something with M, I think. Maikos, yes. A Maiko wrote a few articles about how the foreigners, especially Americans, behave, trying to take selfies and going into like
Oh, really?
touching her and going into her bubble and hugging her, and like
That's crazy.
these poor girls, they need bodyguards at this point.
That's crazy. But I think you see that mostly like on the big cities. Like I talked to my mentor, like Japanese mentor, and she lives in like the countryside near Kyoto, and she doesn't see any of that stuff, and she doesn't like going to like the big cities for like a long period of time or barely any time. That's usually like on the
Is
main.
this how she makes her living?
Yeah,
Talking to
actually.
people?
Yeah,
Man, I
she
should
does.
do this. I could speak
Yeah.
in German to people who want to learn German.
You should
Why
sign
not?
up. You should sign up. I think anybody can sign up into that website. It's almost like an Airbnb for language,
Oh,
pretty
that's
much.
cool. Because I need a French friend. My husband doesn't want to talk to me in French.
Why not?
Because he has no patience. He said, I only have so
Oh,
many
yeah.
hours in the day. And until you calibrate yourself and like put a few bricks of words together to create a sentence, like
Yeah,
he can go to a meeting for that time.
That's funny. How is he doing?
He's doing really well. He's right now in the office, locked himself in. And
Oh, yeah.
hold on, like I need to actually ask him to walk the dog because Lily is here tapping me, telling me that she needs to go pee pee. Wait,
All right.
I can tell him that you're here.
Hello?
So, dude,
That's all right. Can I
what's
hear
up, my
me?
man?
Yeah. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. What about you?
Yeah, good.
How is
Huh?
how is the father life?
It's get tired very fast, but it's very fulfilling.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a right word to it.
Yeah. Feels very happy and yeah, that's an experience.
Yeah. That's the
You
right
have
word.
you have numerous kids now? You have multiple? Or
Mm-mm. No, I
Okay,
I don't have kids, just dogs.
Oh, I don't know why I thought you had multiple kids.
Yeah, that's what that's what your wife said.
That's my
Which is-
fault. I fucked up. Because you speak so lovingly of your dogs to me.
Yeah.
You said they're like your children, so my brain saved it as children.
How's work going? Everything going all right?
Yeah, I can't complain. Well, no, so I have a few gigs like until like September, so
Yeah.
it's fine. But it's not the best.
Yeah,
Currently.
yeah.
I don't know how is it for you?
Yeah, it's going good. I mean, I'm full time at a company because you did your own company, right? You're doing like an outsourced
So
company.
we do outsource and video games.
Yeah.
I mean, ultimately the goal will be to do only video games, I think.
Mm.
But we're kind of dabbling into like both at the same time.
Yeah.
Using the outsource to like fund like the video games, like at least like to get like funding, publishers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's multiple strategy around it, like so we'll see. Like, I mean, it's going well for now. I think it's gonna be enough for us, like to hopefully get a publisher and then like go full time like into video games.
Do you have issues like getting like clients from the States, or mostly all your clients are from the other side?
No, it's from the States
Oh yeah.
mostly. Canada and North America or US. I do work with a few clients in the Europe, but it's I mean, I don't know. It's kind of unpredictable right now. Like it feels like before, like I could like have like client for like a year in advance. I will be booked and I'll be fine. But now like it's a bit more like okay, like in a month in advance. Sometimes like you will have nothing, and then like you will have stuff that pops like 3 or 4 gigs at the same time. And
Yeah.
so, but I think it's kind of the same in multiple industry. Like tattoo is kind of the same. Like I have like tattoo artists, like they had like client before like a full or 2 year booked in advance, and now like it's a month in advance. Like they still have like work continuously, but it's more like okay, we just have a month in advance. Now it's a bit different. And I think overall, like the economy and everything is kind of the same. Like my brother is an architect, like so he works like in France, like for like real estate and stuff like that. It's the same. Like it's whatever industry you're in, I think you're living through a bit the same thing. But I think you just have to focus on the stuff you can control.
Yeah. Yeah.
And put all your effort and work towards like making something like finding jobs and like portfolio and stuff like that. So
yeah, that's right. That's right.
So yeah, and I know you have started your class and stuff as well. It's cool. It's good.
Yeah, yeah, it's going well. Yeah, but again, it's I think the whole industry's a little in a weird spot, but you know, just been working on what I can control, and still working full time with Wizard. So,
Oh yeah. Do
yeah.
you do like the illustration with them, or is it?
No, all I do is concept art for them.
Okay.
So I do all the world building for the environment side of things for all the new sets and all the sets that are coming out. So, like you said, I only worry about the things that I can control. I'm not gonna start complaining online for every single day and all that. So
yeah. Where are you based?
So I live in Austin, Texas, but the office is in Seattle.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you work remotely for them.
Yeah, because I got hired literally right before COVID.
Oh,
and so
it's been a while that you're working with them.
Yeah, 5 years and a couple months.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool.
So yeah, I got hired right before, so just did remote and just stay remote. I may have to move there maybe like a year or two to move in house like in the studio, but.
Oh yeah, do they do like the back to the office policy type of stuff? Or?
Yeah, they're probably gonna do it. But they have hired so many people since I've been there that they don't have the space for it, so they gotta figure that out first.
Yeah, and it's tricky because you have so many people, great talent that have like other expectations now. Like they're like, no, I want to work only remote. So it's yeah, I think if you go full go back to the office, you can you're gonna lose some people like in the end. Like you have to rebuild your team and like your project is maybe like so. It's a tricky situation I think for studio now.
Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah,
exactly that. So, but they're a good company. They're a good company to work with. It's just the whole remote thing is just weird. We'll take each day at a time.
Have you seen our dog too?
Which one? The one that you guys put on the pictures like every day? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But that's mostly her dog, not your dog, right?
No.
This show will tell.
Look at that baby. Look at that. That's so cute.
Like he's not crying, he's cute.
Yeah. I thought you guys had like 2 dogs instead of 1.
No, we have 1. It's enough one.
Yeah.
It's enough work.
Yeah.
No? Do you have multiple?
Yeah, I have 3. One of them passed away early this year, but I have.
Sorry.
I have 2. I don't know if you guys did, but
how are you holding up?
It's good. So that's one of them, just like on the thing there, and then the other one, it's
I can see it.
The other one's like right there.
No, they're big.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's scared of them here in the community. Yeah, let's go. I don't mind that at all.
That's how you want it. Lily's behaving like
trouble away from the house.
Bigger than them, and people just laugh their asses off when she barks that.
Oh yeah.
You can't scare anyone.
But she tries.
She tries.
She tries, huh? Yeah.
It's not a big dog, but.
Oh yeah, she's just asking for having her head cut off.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that baby. It's a happy baby.
Yeah, always.
We like him. We won't return him anymore.
No. What's his name again?
Theo.
Theo?
No, without the H.
We are there. Oh.
So in French, we have the H in France, but you don't pronounce the H. So we make it easy for English speakers. Just pronounce without. Remove the H.
Is that short for something or just Theo?
No, just Theo. But I think
Theo.
Theo is kind of short for Theodore, maybe.
Yeah, Theodore means God's gift,
of
and
God,
I found it out
yes.
way later.
All right.
But it's fitting because he almost wasn't born, so he really is God's gift.
Oh.
It's amazing.
You gotta tell me a story about that.
You want to?
Long story short, they gave him a diagnosis while I was pregnant with him that was deemed terminal. They told me either you'll have to abort or you'll miscarry, but what he has is incompatible with life. And they diagnosed him through an ultrasound. And then I did another ultrasound 4 days later, and it looked even worse. And I went to a different doctor as well. So I had it confirmed by 3 doctors. The first visit was 2 doctors. The second visit was one single doctor. And that gave me like assurance that, okay, if this first pregnancy is not viable, it happens often that the first pregnancy doesn't work out for women, but this one, they say it's a rare thing. And they said it can be caused by so many different things. It could be a genetic disease, organ failure, a heart issue, a virus. You don't know, we don't know, we might never find out. Do you want to do an amniocentesis, which is like putting a big needle into my stomach and taking out the amnio fluid, the amniotic fluid where the baby's swimming in, to look under a microscope or send it to the lab and figure out what's DNA wrong. Yeah, exactly. They would access the DNA. And I said no, because I was too afraid of needles, and I was thinking, well, if it's so bad anyway, like, you're just torturing me for nothing, you know?
But there is a high chance of...
And if he is going to be fine, there's a high chance that he...
Of miscarriage with the amniotic...
Yeah, it happened to him when he was in his mom's womb. Like, she had to lay down for a long time and couldn't move because they made a mistake. Long story short, I started dreaming about a hummingbird. In my dream, even though I was at the time in Europe, in my dream I was in Montreal, and I found a hummingbird and he was hungry and I couldn't feed him. Every flower that I found was made of plastic, so I thought he's gonna die. And then I woke up and I was like, okay, what the heck is this? Like, for me, my dreams are never like this. This was different. And I thought, okay, the hummingbird needs to mean something. I tell Louis the story. I'm literally on the toilet taking my first morning piss, and I'm like super drowsy, and he's brushing his teeth, and I'm telling him, "Han, I had this weirdest dream." And as I'm about to finish telling the story with the hummingbird and trying to feed him, and every flower was made of plastic, I look up at the washing machine in the bathroom. On top of it is my little new travel purse. You know, you put your Colgate in it, your toothbrush, your perfumes, all of that stuff, and there was a logo on it. A logo of a hummingbird. And I was like, no, this can't be real. I never noticed that before. This means something. I Googled what hummingbird means. It means messenger of hope. Hope in the darkest of times, right? So I was like, okay, maybe I have to have hope. So, but what do the flowers mean? What the fuck is it with the synthetic flowers? So I figured maybe it's because I'm taking the prenatal vitamins. That's the only synthetic thing that I'm taking. So I stopped taking those freaking vitamins, and anyway, like the lab calls me, they tell me you're having a boy, but he's negative for all trisomies. And I'm like, this still doesn't help me with the problem that I have at hand, which is basically in the ultrasound picture, you see an accumulation of liquid in the neck. And at a certain thickness, it's lethal. That's what they say. It's lethal. It's irreversible. The normal liquid amount is 3 millimeters. He went above. He was at 6. So double. And I asked the doctor, have you ever seen this reverse? And he said, not at this stage. So no one gave me hope. All of them said, you either miscarry or you abort. So I was like, does it hurt him? And they said, we have no way to tell. And I thought, okay, so if he's in excruciating pain, because it looks really, really uncomfortable. Like, imagine like your skin like blowing up.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, let's schedule an abortion. In that case, he's gonna be small enough for the extraction to not be too painful, I guess. And that was the hardest week of my life, because I carried out a death sentence for a little human being that I couldn't do nothing to help, right? So my in that period of time, my philosophy was give him the best 7 days of his life. So in those 7 days, I would be swimming in the water, laughing, dancing. I cried a lot. I ate the best foods that I could like buy in the area we were at. We were in Croatia. And then I packed myself up and I flew to Austria. I was in Croatia at the time, so I flew to Austria to do the abortion because I trusted the system there more. I am Austrian, so it was just makes more sense to me. The day of the abortion, I wake up at 6 a.m. in the morning. The abortion is supposed to happen at 12. So the way they do it is at noon, you go in there, you take 2 pills, you consume them, and then you wait for 2 hours. In those 2 hours, you can go home, you can go shopping, you can do whatever the fuck you want. 2 hours later, you go back into the clinic and then they do the operation. Then that's when they take the baby out. There is an ultrasound, but the ultrasound happens after you take the pills, and the pills kill the baby. So when you do the ultrasound, you look at a dead fetus at that point. I called them, asked, can we do the ultrasound before I do the abortion? Why did I call them? Because at 6:30 a.m. in the morning, I'm scrolling through my phone and I see a picture of Anya Taylor-Joy. You know the actress, maybe? The pretty one that was in Queen's Gambit?
Yes.
So I saw a picture of her wearing a white dress and there's an embroidery on her dress of a hummingbird. And I'm like, have hope in the darkest of times on the abortion day? Fuck it, I need to see him again. So I called the clinic. I asked them, hey, can we do an ultrasound before I take the pills? And they say, no, the doctor doesn't have time. He won't be available. I'm like, okay, fuck it. I'll find someone else who'll do it. I called the gynecologist who I always went to, who always takes people last minute. And even this time he did. I walk into his office at 9 a.m. I tell him the story of the hydrops fetalis, that I have an abortion coming up 3 hours from now. I'm in tears because like I'm shaking. I'm like, my life is not real right now. Like my whole life I said, I will never do an abortion. Like I felt like I was committing a crime. Especially because I'm an adult. I'm not like a 17-year-old that doesn't know what she's doing with her life. You know, like I can carry out a child. I want to carry out a child, and yet I am not going to carry out a child. So he lays me down on the thing where you put the legs up, and he does an intravaginal ultrasound, and then we look at the screen and the whole room goes quiet. There's 2 other lab techs in there and him, and all of them look at me like I'm crazy. And I'm like, what's wrong? And they say, why are you here? And I said, because of the hydrops fetalis, I told you. And they said, do you see any hydrops fetalis here? Like with the naked eye, you can see the thickness of that swelling. Like you don't have to be a scholar in that to see the difference. And the baby changed. Mind you, 6 days passed from the moment where the doctor said he has a 6 millimeter swelling on his neck to the moment I had done this like procedure where they looked at it again. So he went from 6 millimeters thickness to 1.8 millimeters thickness in 6 days. This is unprecedented. It's unheard of. You cannot Google it. You cannot find it. Not a single medical paper has any evidence of such a thing ever happening in this short amount of time. It doesn't happen. And no one believed me. So they sent me to a hospital where there's a doctor who only does ultrasounds. This time we have the picture from our last visit. We show him the picture and he said, this is not the same patient. And I tell him, look at the name, Tiana Laurent. The date is there, 6 days ago. He says they fucked up. I'm like, how can you fuck this up? My name is on there. The timestamp is on there. They said, the doctor said in the hospital, you were misinformed, misdiagnosed. I'm like, 3 doctors saw me in a span of 4 days. Like this is not a misinformation or misdiagnosis. It's on the picture. You can see it with your naked eye. No one knows why. No one knows why. So by then, I called the clinic. I canceled the abortion. I'm crying. My husband is furious. Like he is all stages of mad. So mad that his brain, he feels like he's going to explode. Like he has the worst migraine of his life. He's on his knees. And I'm telling him, honey, this is not about you today. This is like, he is on his knees in the hospital. And I'm like, this is about our baby. Like, get your shit together. I dragged his ass to the neurologist after we left the hospital because it was so bad, his headache. So you would think, oh, that's a happy ending. Amazing. The baby is healed. Everything is fine. We won't have to worry about anything anymore. Fast forward 10 more weeks. I'm in my second trimester, end of 22nd week. So that looks big, you know, like I look like a like a ball on legs. And we do another ultrasound. The lab tech knows about our story. We gave them all the documents just to make sure. And I regret it now. Why? Because ultrasound is perfect, but the doctor wants to see us anyway. We go inside into the office with the doctor, and she says, so I read your files. I saw all the documentation. So you have a hydrops fetalis case. And I say, head, past tense. She says, yeah, but this doesn't mean he's gonna be okay when he's born. There could be a million things wrong with him. He could be deaf by now. Are you sure you want? By the way, she didn't say he. She said it. It could be deaf. Yeah. It could have a million things. Do you want to keep it? At 22 weeks, I'm showing everything is fine. Ultrasound is fine. We had a miraculous recovery, and the woman is still pushing me to do a fucking abortion. I am furious. I am angry. I'm like, are you crazy? Yes, you tell him. We told her. And Louis, he thinks, okay, I'm gonna have a disabled child. Like the doctors, they know what they are talking about. No one gave us hope ever. Even when there was hope, no one gave us hope. We were so angry at each other. I told him, you'll have to cut the baby out of me at this point. I'm not gonna go through with any fucking abortion. No way. But he was scared. He was scared that we don't know. It's like a Kinder surprise. You don't know what's going to be in that fucking egg. Everyone's telling you the most horrific things. And by the way, being deaf is not horrific. I can learn ASL. I speak German. I'm fine, okay? So I was not scared anymore, but I was tense. I was like this because I was furious that in my best moments, I didn't get a single glimmer of fucking hope. And we sit in the car, we drive away from the hospital, and we pass by a kindergarten that takes babies from newborn to 5 years. And what is the logo of the fucking kindergarten?
It's a hummingbird.
It's a hummingbird. And then I kept seeing hummingbirds for every visit. Each morning, I would scroll on my phone. I would see a hummingbird as a tattoo. I would pass by and someone had like a conversation about a hummingbird while I have cramps in my stomach, thinking, oh my God, I'm going to lose my baby. And someone speaks about colibri. I'm like, you cannot make this shit up. How often do you see a hummingbird, a logo of a hummingbird, a song? And you don't see that. Cats, yes. Dogs, yes. Any other bird, red cardinals, yes, sure. Why not? Hummingbird? And now I have this obsession with hummingbirds because this like insanity literally saved my baby's life.
Tell me you got a tattoo of a hummingbird.
I'm getting a tattoo of a hummingbird.
Okay.
I'm getting one. It's happening. It's happening. They may call me crazy, but they cannot call me wrong. When it comes to what happened with him, I have the last word from now on. My intuition is bulletproof.
That's a nice wink from above.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Let me put on my headset again. Do you want to take the offspring? All right. I thought this was going to be the long story short, but I still cannot abridge this version of the story. This version.
It's a good story.
Long story short version.
He's gonna love that story when he grows up.
I think he's going to know how to recite it by heart, like a prayer. I swear. We started doing a time capsule for him. You know what a time capsule is?
Like Dragon Ball time capsule?
What's a Dragon Ball time capsule?
Like Dragon Ball Z, the anime time capsule?
I watched Dragon Ball Z, but I don't remember a time capsule.
You know, time capsule where Trunks goes into the... Yeah?
Yeah, there would be a trunk, you hide it, and then you find it again.
Oh, no, I mean Trunks, the character Trunks. From Dragon Ball.
No, that's not what I mean.
You looked so lost. You were like completely gone. You were like,
I heard trunk. Else. I was like, oh yeah, there's a trunk involved. Yeah. So a time capsule is basically like a little box. You put things inside and then you bury it. And then you open it like 10 years later, 15 years later, 20 years later. And the best part of a time capsule is when you put normal everyday things in there. A wallet, an ID, a journal, like a book. Maybe a toy that you haven't opened that you'll be really happy to like have as a collectible later on, things like that. But I did a digital version of it because we are people who are like living a nomadic lifestyle.
Yeah, like if you move and stuff.
Yes. So what I did is I opened a private YouTube channel for my son. And I film and I upload videos as often as I can. I edit them when I have the time. And he can watch it later when he grows up.
That's cool.
It even comes in subtitles, like 3 different languages on there, because his family is multicultural, international.
That's gonna be super cool. That's gonna be super cool.
He's so cute. I'm in love.
It's funny how thematic conversation from our last talk to this one changed so much.
I think we should address the last talk because I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think. I couldn't. I went through a bunch of stuff that even like I couldn't put it out. I lost my a bunch of files on my computer too during that time, and it was just like a whole.
I was thinking this poor guy will have to edit out all the cursing and all the oversharing that.
Oh no. That wasn't a problem. That wasn't a problem. No, but we were talking about that sort of thing, and you're now a mother. Which, if we go back in time, and I would tell you that you will be a mother. And
I don't know if you remember, but the ex that I was talking about during our conversation, the one that I spoke nicely about, that was Louis.
Really?
Yeah.
So guys were together before?
We were together before, then we broke up. And
really?
I don't know if you remember. I remember talking about him because I usually don't have nice things to say about my ex-boyfriends.
Yeah.
But he was kind. He was good. Like, I remember that vividly. It was only like 3 or 4 months since we broke up at the time, and we went radio silent to each other. Like, it was over. I left the country. Like, I left Canada for Austria. I lost my job. Couldn't find a job. I wanted to get married always, and that would be like a win-win anyway, because then we could be together no matter if I have a job or not. So we could not find common ground on that one, and I felt like, okay, I'm turning 30. I want to get married one day. I'm not gonna wait for your ass to get ready for me. So I left. But I left a relationship that was in every other way very good.
Yeah.
So I remembered him fondly. And then months after our conversation, we reconnected again.
Oh, how was that?
The reconnection?
Yeah.
It started with a dream.
Oh, gosh. Now, every time you say, hey, Jose, I dreamed something, I'm going to be like really concerned about.
Hey, I swear, I dream when people die.
That's not good.
I dream of like people going into the sunset, and that's when I know that they are either about to die or have died. Like, yeah, my dreams are something else.
So you were like, hey, Louis, I had a dream.
Yeah. Let me just find my charger because this is supposed to be a podcast about me asking questions to you and not the other one.
Oh, yeah. You gotta flow with it.
Okay, I'll just tell you this one and then we'll flip the table back to you. Okay. I dreamt that I was in Croatia at the time and I was dating this sociopath. Holy shit, that man was evil.
In Croatia?
Well, I knew him from Austria. And he just gave me the heebie-jeebies. Yeah. I was in the low point. Like, when you're in a low point in your life, you attract low vibrational people. So that's literally what happened. Like, low self-esteem and bad vibes attract low self-esteem and bad vibes. That relationship.
I'm sorry. I would never picture you with low self-esteem for some reason.
I have a lot of low self-esteem.
I would never. So ever since I met you.
You have to think of it this way. You know how like some animals, they color themselves in bright colors to say, hey, I'm dangerous. Watch out. Like, it's kind of like with people who are very loud.
Yeah.
Like, if you are screaming into the void, people think that you have confidence.
Yeah.
It's psychology, but it's like very how do you say not submissive, not subjective, subconscious. It's subconscious. It's not something that I calculate. It's just like I'm a fucking Pomeranian. You know those small dogs that are.
I know.
There you go. That's me.
I know about those dogs.
I live with one. I would know.
Yeah.
You attract the kind of dog you are. So that's what I got. A very insecure Pomeranian. A very like. So that relationship went to shit. And I dreamt Louis. I missed him so much because I was like, oh my God, this man was like everything I ever wanted, everything that ever worked out for me. And I think my subconscious was just feeding me happy memories.
Yeah.
So I dreamt him exiting a bus. Like first 3 other exes came out, and I like, you know how you can swipe on Tinder? You probably know the theory. You're married, right? So
Yeah, no, I'll swipe left and right. Yeah,
exactly. So I swiped the people away. Like the
from
ones
the
I didn't
bus.
want. Yeah, from the bus. Like each time some guy would come out that I used to date, and I just swipe him away, like go away, go away, go away. And then Louis came out, and I was like, oh my god, we're gonna have the best time. But it was not the let's get laid sort of vibe. It was more like my bestie is coming. We're gonna have the best time. I'm gonna show him around. It's gonna be so cool. Then I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna act upon this fucking dream because it's just too much on the nose. So I kept quiet about it, but for 3 days I couldn't stop thinking about him. It was the constant like ache in my chest, and then I was like, fuck it, I have nothing to lose. We're broken up. Like, doesn't matter anymore. So I just texted him, I miss you. I dreamt you. And then for 24 hours, I didn't get a reply. Those were the longest 24 hours of my life. And then 3 months later, we were married.
Jeez. 3 months later, man. He didn't
3 months
waste any
later.
time.
No,
That's good.
because we had to make it work.
Yeah.
Like, if I want to live with him and he lives in Canada and I don't have a job, then that was the idea. He liked spending time with me so much that he said, fuck it, let's do civil union. And then I wanted to slap him in the face because I was like, you would really do everything you can to avoid marrying me, huh? Civil union just means something in the state, but it doesn't mean anything in any other country.
Oh, really? Ah, yeah, that's right.
Like, if you want to have a visa, like, let's say he gets a job in Australia somewhere, I can't follow him because of a fucking civil union. What is this? So
yeah.
That was the plan, that was the idea, and we pulled it off. And
Was that? How long ago was that?
in October 2024, I'm looking at our wedding album. It says 2024. I'm telling you, time is not real when you have a child. Dogs are worse. You remember training your puppies for pee-pee? Like,
yes.
Having to like get up every 2-3 hours to like take them outside. Yeah, so that was way worse than having a child.
No way.
Yeah.
There's no way.
I tell you.
There's no way. Then it's easy.
Actually, it is. In a way, it is. The problem is the dog cannot rat you out to your family members when it's a grown-ass man or a woman.
Yeah.
They can't tell about all the ways you fucked them up when they were children. The pressure is higher when you have a child.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say. Like, I know that he's going to be a walking human being. He's going to have to be a gentleman. He's going to have to be educated. He's going to have to be calm, even-tempered, eloquent, speak 4 languages at minimum, because we have 4 languages between us. And we are also aiming for Chinese, so it would be 5 languages.
Oh, sheesh.
All these things, like, we have pressure on us. And then we have parents that keep telling us how to do things, right? No one called us and asked us if we were okay when we had to raise a stupid dog. No one gave a shit. With the baby, it's different. So yeah, if you're still in the business of if you ever want kids, it's gonna be a breeze for you if you raise 3 dogs. A breeze.
No, we would definitely want kids, but we can't have them, so that's fine.
What about adoption?
Yeah, I mean, but that's not really having a kid. That's adopting a kid.
Do you think you're gonna love the child differently?
No. It's not that. It's not that. But it's not the same as having your own kid. Well, yes, it will be different for sure. Because it's not your kid.
It is your kid. It is your kid.
Yes, but
no. I'm not being politically correct here.
No. But you have to be. No, but I think it would be different. I think it would be different than if I have 2 parallel universes where I adopt a kid and that I have my own kid. I think at least at the beginning it's gonna be different. Maybe later we'll have the same level, but at the beginning it's gonna be different. I think
a big factor is what the kid looks like, and I don't mean if it's pretty or ugly. I mean if it looks like you or not.
Like physical, you mean?
Yes. Yes. So let's say you're white and you adopt a black child. It's gonna be a bit different. For example, like the hair texture, the skin. Yeah. You have to learn how to take care of a completely different body type. Yeah. black children, they get ashy. You need to be like careful
Yeah.
with the moisturizing, the hair. You need to learn how to do that. And you look at the baby and you can see, okay, this child has a completely different culture, completely different background, completely different family tree. But if the child looks like you, it's going to be easier for the child as well because it will feel like more part of the family.
Right. Yeah.
It's going to be easier for you as well because no one's going to look at you too and be like, okay, what is the connection? Right? And you're going to start seeing you in them. I was afraid I can't have babies, and I did a past life regression therapy session. Do you know what it is?
Past life regression therapy. What?
Yeah, past life regression hypnosis therapy session. It's a hypnosis thing.
Okay.
So you go to a therapist, they hypnotize you, and then they put you under, and then you start seeing yourself in different lives. And one of my lives is like, it was so detailed I could storyboard it, I could draw it in high detail. But long story short, I was a maid, and there was a little child, a little boy that belonged to my mistress, and I was basically the cleaning lady, the nanny. I was like everything in one. I lived in that house, and I took care of this child, and this child was the love of my life. And at the end of the session, the therapist asks me, what did you learn from this life? And I said that the mother's love has nothing to do with blood, that the mother's love is in the heart. It is carried through the soul. Like to this day, it's been 10 years that I felt this. I still feel love for this child. So then she asked me, why do you think you saw this life? Like from all the lives that a person can have, why this one? I said, because I was afraid of having to adopt a child and not being able to love it as my own. And she said, well, do you feel the same way now? And I said, absolutely not. So that took my fear of adopting away. Because I still remember how fiercely I loved this boy, how fiercely I loved this kid. So if you guys want a child to love, I don't think you will have difficulty loving a child.
No. That's the obvious. That's for sure. 100% not the age. It doesn't mean that we're not gonna love him or anything. And I think it's gonna be also different for guys than girls. Like you may feel different, but maybe your husband might feel different because he's a guy.
Yeah. Well, she won't carry the child, so that like has a lot of it for you guys. It's almost kind of the same whether you get it at a store or you produce it yourself. Because your contribution in the beginning is very minimal. You don't carry it, you don't nourish it with your body, you don't feed it with your boobs. So like you have 3 seconds of joy, and then it's in the oven. It's someone else's problem up until it comes out, and then the responsibility is again all on you. Then you have to take care of the baby and the wife because the wife needs to recover. But for the wife, it's a big deal because it changes her brain. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But I think I want to adopt one day, if like after the second one. I think I would love to do that.
Yeah.
It bothers me that they make it so hard, so difficult.
Yeah. Expensive too.
Why you have to pay money for a free child?
Yeah, you have to pay money.
I didn't know that.
It's not free. 100% not free.
I thought it's like going to the rescue shelter and you just pick one out.
No.
Maybe it's not free in the US, but I assumed that it would be. I read a little bit into it, but apparently should have looked at the price tag.
Yeah, no, it's
human
it's not
trafficking,
free.
no?
It's not free, which I mean, it doesn't make any sense, but yeah, I mean, I don't get it. But that's just the way it is. No, but we're good. We always told, like, whatever God decides, whether we have it or not, I'm okay with that. So, and we knew since we started. We actually knew since we started dating. When I told her that it doesn't change any feelings from me
as
to
it
her.
Shouldn't. Yes, as it shouldn't. Yeah. I really think that if
some people have issues with that, a lot of issues with that.
A lot of people are very mature.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
And they don't do the soul searching.
Yeah.
Like one thing is to be afraid to not be able to love your child as your own biologically. The other thing is not wanting
Yeah.
anything but your own. Again, to each their own, I guess. It's just at the end of the day, it really boils down to someone who carries your life in their mind and in their heart. Basically, children are witnesses of our lives. They will carry our story forward. Definitely also the genetic component. We're not gonna like minimize this, but at the end of the day, you want someone to be witness of your life, to be able to talk about you when you're gone. You want to impress your values onto someone. You want to love someone the way you wanted to be loved as a child. That is the parents' experience, the ultimate parents' experience. I'm not sitting all day long staring at him and being like, well, he better have my nose. Maybe that thought comes once a day for like a millisecond, but most of it is we better not fuck him up. Has
Yeah.
nothing to do with genetics, really. It's everything how you love him
Yeah.
or her. So I wish it for you. Like don't discourage yourself because of the biological component.
Yeah.
Look how much you love your dogs.
Yeah, no, I mean, I know for a fact that I think I would be an awesome dad. I think I would be great. But it's like, it's a different experience, I think. At least at the beginning. Like
For
I don't
sure.
want
I
it
mean,
to
these children-
feel I don't want it to feel like a what's that word in English? In Spanish is capricho, which is like when you want something really bad but in a selfish way.
selfishly, yeah.
There's a specific word for that, but
I love
I
that
don't
the culture made up a word for that.
You're right.
It's like Schadenfreude. Have you ever heard of Schadenfreude? It's a German
Mm-mm.
word for
No.
like when you're happy that someone else is suffering.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Only the Germans would make this shit up.
Yeah,
Huh?
right.
Okay, continue with your selfish. What was the selfish term again?
Capricho.
Capriccio.
Capricho.
Capriccio.
Yeah. So I don't want it to feel like, we'll do anything to get a kid just because we want a kid, like in a selfish way. It's more like, if it's more of a natural. So like, if it happens, great, because it's a natural thing. But if it doesn't happen, then that's great.
I think that's the best way to go about it, because then life will drop you the best lemons in your lap.
Yeah. Yeah.
It comes with positives and negatives for sure.
Yeah.
Everything, no matter what route you take.
You guys have family close by?
No,
Yeah.
not close
no?
by. We have family, but they visit us from Europe whenever they can. And I like his family. I don't like mine. Mine is mean. But when his parents left, I cried buckets. I cried like I've never cried in my life. I felt like I was taking my son away from more love.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like extra love. And it's a different kind of love, like the devotion that grandparents have for their children. How do your parents feel? Have you ever like talked to them about that?
No, I mean, I'm the only kid that doesn't have kids out of 4.
So they stopped pressuring you. They're like, okay, enough.
No, they never pressure. They never pressure. I mean, they pressure at the beginning, but it's because they didn't know that we couldn't have kids, right? So like, but now it's never been a conversation that we even have to have. Obviously, my relationship with my parents is completely different than my brothers and sisters' relationship, just because they have kids and I don't. So it's different, and so. But outside of that, no.
Have they ever encouraged you to adopt?
No, we never. I never talk deep things with my parents ever.
Okay.
Yeah, like
you're smart.
Yeah, like like that. Those sort of things. Like we never go into those conversations that deep.
Okay, good.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like I don't get along with, like I get along with them, obviously, but
well, that's why.
Yeah.
Without a shadow of a doubt, that's why. Let's be real here. The less they know, the better. I fucking make the mistake of telling my parents too much, and then I have to live with the
with the
consequence of
consequence of
that
it.
shit.
Nah, nah, no. But I mean, I've also been. I think my parents have definitely a deeper relationship with my other
They
siblings.
see them more frequently, but trust me, they just play ball in order to be able to see their grandchildren more often. That doesn't
Yeah,
mean
that's it. Yeah,
that they like your siblings more than you. They
yeah,
just have to be nicer.
yeah,
My mom knows if she's mean to me, I won't call her for a week, which means that she won't see her grandson for a week.
right,
So now
right.
she's really trying.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, and I've been also like very independent since I was little. So I've been always being a little bit further away.
That's the artist curse. I really feel that artists they have this need to go away to see everything from like the bird's eye view. I'm not worried for you. You look happy. You look at peace.
Yeah, that will be on the top list for sure.
That's what you told me, that you live
Hmm.
your life every day as if it's your birthday.
Which oh wait, did I tell you I got my first tattoo? I got it in Japan, and I'm actually gonna finish it at the end of the year when I come back to Japan in November. So
With the same artist?
yeah, same artist. I already talked to him, and
Was it a stick and poke or a
no,
machine?
I couldn't find anything for that.
I remember you
Um,
were showing me this.
yeah, I
Was
did
it?
the design for it.
It's so cool. What is this in the middle?
The center is a Suba, which is the Japanese sword, the round that protects your arm, your hand.
Okay.
So that's a Suba with the design of the Trinity, Celtic
Yeah.
Trinity, and then the kanji means is called Chinnen, which is unwavering faith or strong conviction. I'll show you. I'll show you what the whole arm is gonna look like. Super excited. I was actually talking to him before our meeting through Instagram. And he's like, "You're very early on separating the time." And I'm like, "I'm gonna go in November. I know it's early, but I want to make sure that this date, this time, you have it available because I only have one day to finish it. I want to make sure that we have the time." Hold on. And I know you've been into tattoos and stuff, so that's what I'm telling you.
Yeah. For me, doing
Are you still doing
tattoos
them?
just to finish them,
Mm,
it's impossible to. Oh wow, this is gonna be huge.
yeah, it's gonna go like almost like the beginning of my form.
He must have got a hard on when he saw his reference. Like you did all the work for him.
All right.
Man, like if a client comes to me with something like this, I'd be so happy. Quality of images that I get. Why are you laughing?
No, it's just your face. Your face says a lot.
No, it's true. It's really beautiful. This is gonna be really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited. Super excited. Super excited I can get to do it. Look, I get to do it in Japan, but also with the same artist too. So
Yeah, you can tell each other what's new.
mhm.
Did you talk much while he was tattooing you?
Yes. Yes, I was
In,
practicing my
in
Japanese. Well, a little bit of both, mostly English, but I was practicing my Japanese for sure with him. So uh I obviously know more now, and I'm gonna know more later. So hopefully we'll get to talk a little bit more.
how much did it hurt? And now be honest.
To be honest, I actually kind of like it. I was like, one of the questions that I asked him was like, "Is it normal that I like this pain? Because it's not good. It's not good that I like
Yeah,
this pain."
depends how often your mom beat you up with the chancla.
Oh, so all the time.
Okay, well that's why. It's nostalgia.
Yeah. So no, it didn't hurt at all. Like it wasn't. I wasn't bothered by it.
Are you scared about AI at all?
Nah, not one bit.
Tell me why.
Do you mean in art or just in general?
In art.
Oh, in art. Yeah, I'm more scared of AI in general than in art. In art, I'm not concerned.
Tell me both reasons why.
So in art, I'm not worried whatsoever, just because for one, I don't see art, like art doesn't um define me like who I am. And so whether it goes into where AI is gonna take over art, obviously if everything is not illegal, obviously. Um and companies start using it, and or they give you the choice to use it, like I'm okay with that. Like I don't
You
I don't
like working with it?
No, I don't work with it. Just I cannot use it for in Wizards or any of the work that I do. So I don't particularly use it. But like if a company, like I'm not gonna be where, let's say Wizards or any company that I'm working with or a client says, we have this project and feel free to use AI. I'm not gonna be like, oh my God, like you're so bad, something like I'm like, okay, that's your choice. Like it doesn't it doesn't
Have you
affect
ever
me.
used it for anything, like for art stuff?
So I've played with, especially at the beginning when it first came out. I used Art Breeder. What's it called?
Art breeder? Yeah.
Yeah, that was like a long time ago.
Yeah.
Obviously I've seen Mid Journey stuff. Pinterest is full of it as well. I did play with trying to remember the name. It's one where you make a sketch, right?
Viscom.
You can make a sketch and it creates a 3D model out of the sketch.
Viscom can do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, but it's not Viscom. It's another one. It's not because I remember Viscom from um Scott Robertson. I think he uses
Mhm,
Viscom.
mhm.
Which I think is a pretty cool concept where you sketch something and it sort of like develops it. But again, we have to take a look at, if it's feeding from all this other stuff, which I mean, I don't even know what to think about that. But no, I don't currently use it. Well, I kind of use it for work, for research and stuff, because they're strictly no AI.
When you write your emails, do you use ChatGPT?
I don't use it for emails. I do use it for content creation. I
Have
also use it.
ideas or
Yeah, like to develop, like, let's say if I want to run a 3-month promo on this many courses, right? So I feed it all that information about the courses, and it gives me ideas for social media posts, emails, and breakdowns and all this stuff.
so it's your
You know,
marketing genius.
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call it a genius, but it definitely helps me a lot. It saves me a lot
You
of
wouldn't
time.
call it genius.
Yeah, I mean, definitely more intelligent than myself, but um,
It has the
um,
world's knowledge at its fingertips. I think that's
yeah,
pretty genius.
yeah,
But
more
maybe genius has to be
knowledgeable.
earned. I don't know.
And I also use it for, like, if I have like a contract or anything like that, like to summarize things, or like if I need to make a contract, I've done, I say, hey, these are the terms that I want. Let's make this a standard contract.
Legalese, yes.
Yeah. So I use it a lot for that. And it has helped me and saved me a lot of money.
For sure, right?
Yeah. I don't use it for art yet, just because the stuff that I do in art, like, I don't even know, apart from the 3D stuff, like, I don't even know, like, I can't use it yet, because the stuff that I do is so specific. And I look at pictures and stuff, and I do see images in there that I know most likely they're AI. And like I see
Well,
them,
you
there's
can
some.
always combine it. You can do a sketch, you put it in Viscom, it gives you like different
Right, right,
ways
right,
of how
right,
to render it. Like you get the
right,
color palette, and then on top of that, you paint over. Like it
right.
can, if you hate the starting period, you can have
Mm-mm.
AI give you ideas. If you
Yeah,
hate the end period, you can have AI render it for you.
right, right, right.
And if you're not so good at modeling, you can have the AI turn your
Your sketching
drawing of a
modeling.
character into a model. It's not a great model, but it's a
Yeah,
model that you can use for changing the camera angle or stuff like this.
right, right, right.
It's
Yeah,
very useful.
yeah. No, but I'm not worried, and I respect, whoever I'm gonna work with, whether it's Wizards now or any future clients, like, if they say don't use AI, then I just don't use it. I don't have the need for it in that sense. So yeah,
What
so that's
about your colleagues that you see losing their work, who are
mm,
afraid they will never get back onto the horse again, and who blame AI for loss of work opportunities? What do you have to say to them?
I will say, in general, move on, don't dwell. I would say have a good look at yourself to see what are the things that you need to do to, if you want to obviously keep working in the industry, to work in the industry. Because I think I haven't met anybody yet personally that has lost their job specifically with facts because of AI. Like, they say, oh, we're getting rid of you because we have AI now that will do this. Like, I have friends that are non-artists that have that happen to them, but artists in themselves, like, yeah, I've seen a lot of layoffs, but and all that, but um it's not technically all because of AI. There's 99 other percentage of reasons of why things like that happen.
What is your best guess or calculated guess or educated guess on what the other 99% of factors are?
I think most of them is business issues. Whether it's bad business or good business, it's still business decisions, right? Whether it's because of things that are happening now because of what we did during COVID. The people were hiring like crazy during COVID, and so now that everything is sort of like getting more stabilized and stuff, now it's like the real estate market, right? The prices were over the roof during COVID because everybody was buying, but now it's hard, right? And the people that bought during that time, they are 100,000, 200,000 on the water with their houses now in terms of value because everything's sort of like stabilized, right? And so if you apply that to business, it's sort of like this. Now you have to make decisions if you want the business to survive, and so whether. But that's one aspect of it, right? And
But I have to correct me if I'm wrong. I have the impression that now we're in the minus, like less people than ever before are working in the industry. Like all the big companies that used to, let's say, have 50 people per office, they during COVID had 200 people per office, and now they have zero. Like the office doesn't exist anymore. It would be, for example, a fact with MPC. MPC doesn't exist anymore. It existed back then, and that's MPC is like a umbrella company from Technicolor, and they closed everywhere.
Yeah, but I don't know if yes, that is true. But for example, at Wizards, we have twice, 3 times more than we had from Cubby instead of people. Like we keep hiring. So
great.
Yeah. So and like I was actually telling my wife early this year because I'm contacting people for making tutorials and all stuff, and like all the people that I contact to is like, oh no, I'm busy this whole year. Oh no, I'm busy, and I'm
amazing.
like, I don't think things are as bad as you see it online, right?
Okay.
And so I think there's a balance. Like, yeah, we're losing a lot of companies and they're closing and people laying off, but there's also a lot of new companies that people don't even know about, right? Because they're still working on the early phases and they haven't announced anything. And they're still, they're actually working a lot, but we don't know those things because they kind of put that on social media. We don't see that as much on social media. We only see the bad stuff.
I'm watching this guy do
right
exactly that.
So yeah, I think there's a balance, but again, that's like one of those things where I say like you cannot control any of that. Like I've seen people that complain about AI every single day on my social media that I haven't deleted yet for whatever reason because I keep deleting people that I see that. And
is
I
it
look
because
at
of the negativity?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I'm trying to filter what I see on my everyday on my feed, since I'm on social media almost every day. Like I've deleted friends from a long time ago just because all they post is political stuff and this against this and this and that, and it's like, oh, like yeah, I get it, but it's like I don't have that much time in my day to worry about that sort of thing. Like I cannot change it, right? And so I'm not gonna worry about it or complain about it on social media, which doesn't do anything.
You're staying with the good crowd, the positive, uplifting, successful, not ranting crowd.
Yeah. Like I'm not too worried. And the people that I have that complain on social media, like sometimes I become like a little crazy where I'm like, I see you complaining on social media. Let me take a look at your portfolio for the past year or two. And they haven't created anything new. They haven't learned a new skill. Their stuff is like the same old stuff, and it's like, well, I mean, like you haven't done anything.
What is the age group of these people? Are they across the board from like 20 to 50, or is it like a very specific age group where you see no new portfolio and complaining about AI?
I would dare to say mostly after late 20s, late 20s and up. So older.
Okay, so 30 plus.
Yeah, because the younger guys that I talk to the most are mostly like students or like early in the industry or like trying to get into the industry. And yes, they're worried about AI, but their concern is mostly like, is it worth trying to get into the industry? It's not like, oh, AI is taking all the jobs type thing.
I think one goes with the other. They haven't been burnt yet in that way.
Yeah, right.
What about the genders? Like, do you feel like male or female has a preference for or against AI?
Well, I see mostly male, but it's only because there's mostly males in the industry, so there's that imbalance there. But I've seen both from from female to male.
If you were to lose your gig, you don't feel worried about finding another gig with Visage.
Oh, if I mean, I'll feel worried in terms of it's harder to get a job now than 10 years ago, for example, or 5 years ago. It's harder. But at the same time, I do prepare for that. So like with my finances and like me and my wife are trying other streams of revenue that don't depend on the art industry, right? And obviously she's not an artist, so she works on something else. But it's one of those things where for the past maybe couple years, we've been actively trying to not have all our dependency on my job, even though it's the one that generates the most. And so we've been doing things where if obviously we have an emergency fund and, we have a plan at least established that if this happens, then this activates this plan and we go through this plan, in a sense, no, I'm not worried.
This planning buys you a lot of sleep time.
Yes, a lot of peace. Yeah. Obviously, I don't want that to happen, but if it happens, which it might, right? There's a high chance for that.
We know that the only constant in life is change.
Yes, nothing stays the same.
It's like getting health insurance. You hope you will not break a leg. You hope you will not have cancer. But if you have the health insurance that covers everything, plus dental if possible, you can rest and you can relax if anything happens.
Yeah.
I think this is good advice for anyone who's either starting out or feeling like impending doom is coming, to prepare as good as possible. If you don't mind me asking, what are your other streams of revenue?
So that I have my wizard's job. I have also, in art is the wizard's job and the Word Builders platform.
Tell me more about the World Builders platform.
So that's just an online educational thing for courses, just curated courses for all levels. We're trying to add more depending on the placement of this pipeline. So 3D, concept art, characters, environments, and all that. Very typical, but I mean, the courses industry right now, especially in art, is so saturated. Like there's every single day that I get on Instagram, I get blasted with like at least 20 ads of people doing courses. So it's a very saturated place. But
so you're competing with other platforms like Learn Squared or Gumroad, or do you compete more with like individuals? Okay.
Yeah, mostly with individuals because everybody's doing a course now.
What do you think about that? Like the culture of
courses? I mean, it's good. If I were to think about whether if I wanted to, I wouldn't start it. If I were to start from zero, I wouldn't start it at this stage just because it's too saturated. Unless I had like a humongous following, like 1 million followers or something or more. I don't think it's worth it to start it as a business. As a personal, like a somebody that's just one person and they just want a little bit of extra money every month, it could work for sure. But at this time, if you want to do it like as a business, I don't think it's gonna be worth it.
That's good to know. I started doing something similar, so.
Oh yeah, but for art.
I'm basically doing YouTube videos on how I try to finish my projects, and it's kind of like, it's not really a course, but there is a beginning and an end of every project, so you can watch me, but it's not something that I sell. It's more like I promote it on YouTube, and maybe one day if there's enough viewership, I can, for example, sell digital versions on how-tos, like PDF files of how to make a crochet whatever doll.
¿Qué te pasa, mamá? ¿Qué te pasa, mamá?
A girl dog?
Yeah, both of them are girls, but she looks.
Oh my gosh, she's beautiful. She looks so soft. Oh.
This is Layla.
Oh, such a beautiful name. I want to kiss that fish. Mm.
Tiana. She's the baby.
Oh, she's so pretty.
They picked her up from the streets. She was a stray dog.
In
Austin.
America? Really? They have stray dogs there?
Sometimes you see a few. I mean, in the city, you don't see that often. But other areas, yeah. But
Was she a puppy then, or
she was probably 8 months, somewhere around there.
did she have any
6 8 months.
illnesses and that's why they dropped her, or was she completely fine?
No, she definitely looked. She was definitely dehydrated for sure when they picked her up. But she didn't. At least from the bed test that we did, she didn't have anything. It was probably her breed. They get a lot of complaints, and people mistreat them and they misjudge them. That's the right word, misjudge them because of how they look. So he's a good. He's a baby. He's a baby. No, but I think in your case it's a little bit different because like I will see, like I can see a lot of moms connecting with you, you know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for
That
sure.
that would be cool though.
Yeah. Like I think it's different from the stuff that I'm doing for sure, 100%. So I'll
Oh
definitely
yeah.
do it.
Yeah. For sure. I'm watching Louis, and that's kind of the same crowd as you. I mean, he did some
Mm,
work for you guys as well. So I used to be in that world, and it's hard.
yeah.
It's too hard for me. I want to chill now. I'm
Yeah.
retiring. I just want to take care of my babies, my husband. I want to make sourdough bread every day and crochet a thing or two. I have a shit ton of ideas I can't catch up with, and that's what the account is about. If I get to know other women who have children and who love to make art, that would be amazing. But it's more like you want to document your life and kind of
Mm-hmm.
look back and remember. It's more
Yeah.
like that, because especially I feel like life is it's so mean to say, but I feel like life is easier for men because it's from where I'm standing, it's very straightforward. You
Mm,
work, you make money for the family, you provide, you take care of your wife so she doesn't have to work, you take care of your baby so he can have everything that he needs, including mom's breast milk every day and mom's attention every day, all day long, because we work to be able to be there for our family. For a woman, imagine all your life you're being taught and told that you have to have a career and you go to the best universities. I went to one of the best schools for visual effects. I went to the Noman School of Visual Effects in Hollywood. So either you or your parents put down a shit ton of money for you to get educated, only so you end up working for what, half a decade before you end up married, knocked up, and then you make the choice. Do I want to do endless OTs or do I want to be there for my family? And the opportunities, they keep coming back. Like I had a company reach out to me that I then straightforward to Louis, and to me this is the same, if not even better success than if I did it myself, the work,
mm,
because he is faster, more efficient, better than me in that. So I don't mind being the hook, like
mm,
getting the fish back, reeling the fish in, but he prepares the fish, he cooks the fish, and then I can just eat the fish and I'm happy. But it's uncomfortable because I have to tell myself that it's okay that I'm not doing what I was taught to do, what I was
yeah.
told to
100%.
do. And then there's a lot of women who are also like, "Are you working yet?" Because they are working. And then I
Yeah.
tell them, "Yeah, well, kinda, but not really." Like I make my hobbies and maybe I finish my clients for the tattooing, but I don't see myself for a long time be proactive in the working market because I just want to be there with my child.
Yeah.
I don't want anyone to watch him, and that's the only downside. Like this is the only thing that's harder than having a dog is the dog you can put in a spot and he's
Mm-hmm.
not going to harm himself because he like toppled over.
Mm-hmm.
The baby you cannot even sit up straight, like he has to be watched 24/7, and God knows how long this will last. They tell me it gets only worse. I cannot even imagine. So I feel kind of sad for American moms who don't even get 2 weeks of maternity leave because they couldn't walk for 3 weeks. Like I don't know how women go back to work, and I don't know how women have it in their heart. Like, granted, most of them don't have a choice, but the fact that
Yeah.
the US does this to mothers and children, I mean, no wonder you have way more crazy people in the US than anywhere else in the world. Because if you're disconnected from your mother that early, like, this is the person you're supposed to trust the most, and you don't know if the person in the kindergarten has a good day or not, remembers to change a diaper, gives you love and a hug. I can't imagine taking care of 5 children at the same time. Like, this can't be healthy. It can't be healthy. Like, in Austria, you get 6 months full pay for not working, for maternity leave. Then if you do a year, you get half of your normal pay. I think you can do up to a year and a half, something like this. And even that doesn't seem long enough, because you miss the best years, the most formidable years, the formable years. But that's easy for me to say now. One day I might be overwhelmed. I have this constant itch to do things, and the baby cries, and I'm like, oh my God, I have to let me just finish this one thing, because it's in my head. Like, I will forget. If I give him my attention, I get out of the zone. You know how precious the zone is. It's this, you're riding the wave, and you want to continue riding the wave up to the beach, and this is the feeling, and then suddenly someone keeps dragging at you every 5 minutes. Yeah, so it's complicated. It's very complicated. You still want to be you, because all you've known is this workhorse that you are. But at the same time, you're a completely new person, and your whole body, your mind, your heart, your soul is dedicated to this little being that cannot speak for itself, cannot change itself, cannot bath itself. You put him somewhere, and he's there 3 hours later if you didn't do anything. It's weird. It's so that's why I'm saying it's kind of easier for you guys, because all you have to do is work harder in order to compensate for this extra living in the world.
Well, that ain't easy, especially nowadays.
Oh, no, I'm not saying it's easy. It's just you don't live with guilt all the time.
All the time we do live with guilt.
You do? What
all the
guilt
time.
do you have? Tell me.
Well, it's not, I wouldn't say guilt, because we haven't done anything to feel guilty, but we definitely bear a lot of responsibility, right? Like for example, like I think men are more appreciated depending on how they perform.
Yeah, absolutely,
right?
Because that's your only job. We don't expect you to be pretty. We expect you to work.
Yeah, but for example, so we always have the burden of, we have to be
providing.
We have to be doing something, right? We have to perform. We have to go out and get it every single day, because if not, we're losers. We're not respected, and
if not, your family's not eating. If not, the wife cannot be with the baby. She needs to go to work, and then you feel guilty, because biologically and socially, you are expected to perform.
Right.
Now, here's the
which
difference.
is okay, which is totally okay. Like I'm actually okay with that. Like I feel like if we ever have a child, like I've been told, like I would do homeschool. Like I would do everything I got to homeschool for her not to worry. And she doesn't need to work right now, right? But like she doesn't need to do anything, right? Just take care of the baby. Because I think once that happens, I think once you have a baby, and this might be, I don't know, because I don't have a kid, but once you have a baby, like all your priorities are going to shift, like completely. Like that's it. Like it's completely new from that point on, because that's going to be the priority. It's a new person, like a human being that you are, that's being put under your, care to take
you won't even think much about it. It's just, I think it's so biologically ingrained in you. It's the new thing, and it's the most important thing that you have, and you have to protect it with your life. Like your body is just, a woman has 9 months to have that in her brain rewired, right?
Yeah.
And I was hoping and praying I will not have postpartum depression, because my mom had it, and I was like, depression runs in our family, so I was like really bracing myself, and all that anxiety up towards the birth caused prepartum depression in me. Like I was grieving the loss of my beautiful body. I was grieving the loss of our alone time together. Like we can't go anywhere without the child. We can't just say, okay, next weekend we go to Cancun. Like our honeymoon. Like everything's gonna be topsy-turvy, upside down, different. And I was grieving that just two of us, like this, it's just him and me and a dog. That's gone now. It's now our love has like layers like onions, right? It's like you and your dogs and your wife, you love each other as a like a quadruple right now. You have 2 dogs, right?
That was actually me and her, and then the 2 dogs.
But
So,
you have a special
yeah.
love as a couple that loves the dogs. Like you guys, even if you romantically split up, there is the dogs and you're a family, you're a pack. The dogs see you as a pack, no matter if you're still, you know, romantically with each other. So now we started having those like layers of onions, like onion layers. Like there's the 3 people love that Louis have with the baby. Then there is the 3 people love that Louis and I have with the dog. Then the dog and the baby, they have their own connection with each other. And us 4 as a family, we are a unit. And then me and Louis, we are a unit as a couple. So I keep trying to like tell this to people who are scared about getting married. They say this doesn't work, la la la. I'm like, marriage is like, it's like one layer of the onion. But just because the marriage broke up doesn't mean that the rest of the love is going away. Like you will still love each other as parents of a child, as caretakers and parents of a dog. Those things, you can't divorce that. You will stay a pack if you want the child to see both parents, the dog to see both parents.
Yeah.
Why was I talking about this right now? But yeah, I do see what you're saying with, I mean, I watch this poor man work his ass off all the time for us.
Yeah.
But I feel like you guys, you see, he has never been this fulfilled in his life. He is not suffering for putting in the 24 hours. In fact, he feels like he doesn't have enough time.
Yeah.
And I think I would wager, if the time ever comes that you guys decide to bring a baby into your house through a stork delivery system,
So
you will feel like everything you do has so much more meaning all of a sudden. You will not be a different kind of guy. You will be the same entrepreneurially minded man who wants to be there for his pack, for his wife, for his dogs, for his child, who wants to create a legacy, something to give forward, to pay forward. But with girls, if you know yourself as the working bee all your life, and suddenly you are a mom, and then there's so many different things, like you're constantly bombarded with, I have to do this, and then I have to do that, and then I have to do this. Okay, if he's working so much, I have to take care of the household. I need to cook, I need to clean, because he's putting not his regular 8 hours, he's doing his 16 hours a day, minimum, probably 18. So I have to do something around the house. I have to take care of the baby. I'm nursing as well, but I kind of miss myself. So I would like to do some, whatever I used to do, like art projects in my case. And then the world didn't die just because you got knocked up, was pregnant and had a baby. You still have responsibilities that you established way before the child was ever even an idea. So you have to catch up with that shit. Maybe you have other administrative issues. Maybe you have assets to take care of that are maybe in a different country. Like in my case, all of these things, they compound. I feel like you guys have the luxury of laser focusing on one thing. And of course, he has a baby right now. Like, yes, he has to take care of the child while I'm here talking to you. And this is like the biggest luxury of all, because a lot of women, they have a guy who goes into the office to work. But it is expected from us, and it's optional with the men. And that is something that I'm trying to restructure in my brain, like feeling okay about the fact that I'm going to be always scattered and not lose myself in a way, be able to do the things that I love to do, but also raise the next generation. And it's for your wife. I'm assuming, if I may speak for her, it's going to be the ride of a lifetime, because when at a certain age, if you've really lived to the fullest, there's only so many new experiences you can have. Like trying out Korean food, Chinese food, Mexican food, all of these foods. At some point, you feel like, okay, that feeling is very familiar to me, trying out new foods, going to new countries. It's still beautiful, but becoming a mother, that is like opening a completely new game. And you change for better and for worse. It's really like a whole other thing. People look at you different. You're different. Everything's different. And at the same time, that old version of you keeps knocking at your door and being like, hey, don't forget about me. Please don't forget about me. And a lot of women, I think that's what triggers the postpartum. If the guy is not there, if the guy is not available, women don't have the opportunity to go back to who they were. They are just the mother archetype, the nourisher, the nurturer, the caretaker. She's not who she was. She's just an archetype. That's what I would love to impress upon every guy. Like, if there is anything you can do to make it easier for her, just so she has like an hour, 2-3 hours a day to do what she used to do, make that work, make that happen, because this can like save a marriage, save a child's life, save the mom.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll remember that if you ever introduce a third puppy into your life. I mean, you tend to forget how hard it is to fucking raise those little shits. Man, I almost
I
killed
love
my dog.
it.
It's so annoying.
I love it. They still do crazy stuff, but
Every 2 hours you have to wake up to potty train them. I wanted to throw her out the window. She still pees in the house. She's 2.5. This morning I wiped the floor.
Yeah, sometimes they do stuff inside the house, but most of the time it's my fault because sometimes I get too into work and I don't hear them crying at the door because they want to go out.
Okay.
And
so
like,
they don't have the thing where they paw you or buttons or something like that.
Oh, no. They usually stand by the door, by the back door, or I hear them, or they cry and stuff. But sometimes I just don't hear them, and I go there and I'm like, oh, it smells a little funny here, and then I check and they always poop on the same spot. And yeah.
At least they do it on the carpet?
No, we don't have carpet. Well, we have carpets in the bedrooms, but they usually do it by the door, the door come out, so they always do it there.
At least they try.
Yeah.
I bought a little patch for like a grass patch. Have you seen those?
Mm-hmm.
You put it in the terrace. She didn't want to use it. She's scared of it. And then I put my panties down. I was like, okay, I'll show you how. Do you think that changed anything? She just sat down into the mess and she like looks at me like, I don't get what you want. I don't know what you want. I want to go outside. I squatted on top of a fucking patch of grass to teach my dog that it's okay to pee on the balcony on this very spot.
Unbelievable.
It's easier to have kids. I'm certain. It can't be that difficult as having this fucking dog. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me, man, today.
Yeah, always, anytime. You want to talk about anything else?
About how much I want to sleep and eat.
Yeah? Are you hungry all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm also fasting. To get back the figure.
Oh, gosh. Give it time.
I have a masseuse that comes every week now.
Oh, yeah?
Put back my abdominals.
Put back your abdominals?
Yes. Your abdominal muscles, they
Oh, because of the yeah, obviously. Yeah.
But they're retracting. They don't properly go back. Some women more, some women less. It depends on how active you are. Mm-hmm. I'm zero active. So zero active, man. Like I sit on my ass all day long. I hate working out. An object at rest prefers to stay at rest. We are nerds. We want to stay inside doing nothing. So I pay for it with having this woman like literally take both of my legs. She presses her thumbs in and then she smushes my abdominals together like really hard, like, pressing them together. And then she shows me how to work out as if I don't know. I know. I've seen all the YouTube videos. I know how it works. I just don't want to do it. So I tell her every week, yeah, I'll do it. And it just never happens. And she can't tell because I cannot do 6 repetitions of one movement. I'm like a grandma out of breath immediately. So yeah, that's the life of. Oh yeah, and like here's the thing. Not to be annoying about adoption, but something that your wife won't have to worry about.
Yeah, that's true.
Is clogged ducts. You know, your boobs they can fill up with milk, and if the milk doesn't properly go out for whatever reason, you get a masseuse, and she will massage your boobies. And it's not the kind of massage that you like. It's messy. It's hurtful. And these things will never look the same, you know.
Yeah.
I have pictures of what I looked like before, and there's a big before and after, and it's not nice. Now I have like nightmares on how my husband is cheating on me because my boobies are not where they used to be.
I mean, that's the price of bringing a whole human into existence.
Yeah.
That's a big task.
Yep. A sacrifice for sure.
A big task.
And no one talks about it. Look, the 2 weeks after. Oh, I want to tell you this one. I went to not the gynecologist, the skin doctor, dermatologist. Because you know, when after you give birth, you're paranoid a little bit, and you know, like everything bothers you. And I saw like a few things, like little marks. I was like, maybe it could be cancer. Like, let's check it out. You know, it's been like 10 years since I've been. So I prepare myself to go to the doctor, and I call an Uber, and it's cold outside, and I sneeze. And as the car arrives, I pee myself because I can't hold back the pee. So I'm thinking, this poor man, like I cannot tell him, hey, I peed myself, I gotta go back up and change. I was late for the appointment, as you always will be when you're a fresh parent. And I really needed this appointment because it will cost me a lot to cancel it. So I sit in this car, and this man wants to sing karaoke with me while I smell of pee-pee being wet. Like when I tell you that I peed myself, I don't mean like a little bit.
Drops. Yeah.
You can't hold it back. Once it starts, you lose everything. And that's normal. Yeah. So stork delivery system, I can only you know, it's a win for sure.
Was it natural birth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, except of one thing. So I tried to give birth at home. Didn't work. After 18 hours, I gave up. So we went to the hospital, and I was like, give me the fucking epidural. I want the goddamn epidural. And they say it's 2 a.m. in the morning. They say, we only have one anesthesiologist, and he's with cardio right now. I'm like, I don't care who dies of a heart attack. Give me the epidural. I want it now. So half an hour later, this guy arrives. He has like his shirt open, like me right now, but his chest hair is like out there, like it's like borderline inappropriate. And I say, hi doctor, how are you? And he says, please don't call me doctor, I'm way younger than you. And I'm like, oh my god, how old do I look? Like I still look fresh, don't I? And he says, I'm 28. And I'm like, well, fine, I'm only 2 years older than you, I'll still call you doctor. I guess you deserve the title. You better have deserved the fucking title. So he puts the epidural in me, and as he puts it in, or before he puts it in, I tell him, you know, my stepmom, she had an epidural, and half of her body still felt everything while she was giving birth. So how about we try not to get there? And he says, who do you think I am, like a rookie? And I'm like, doctor, please just don't fuck this one up. And I say that this is an abridged version, because you have to imagine this conversation went in between screams. Every time I said a sentence, I screamed because there was daggers pushing into my stomach. And then he had the audacity to tell me to sit still while I was going through a contraction. We were waiting for the contraction to stop, and then he puts the needle in. By the way, the needle is supposedly 6 centimeters. I didn't feel a thing, because after 18 hours of labor, you don't feel anything anymore. Like they could tickle you. You don't feel it. You don't care. So they put that thing in, and I feel a cool liquid going through my spine, only on the left side.
Oh.
And I say, doctor, I think that you fucked this one up just like I predicted. And he says, let's see about it. I'll see you in half an hour. So I press the magic button where he has to come back half an hour later. And I said, doctor, you know why you're here, right? He says, call me Fred. And I'm like, Fred, you know why you're here? He says, no, I don't. And I said, I can feel half of my body right now. And he says, okay, let's do a double-blind test. So he closed my eyes, and he pinches me in all places, and only the right side hurts. So he says, okay, you have two options. Either we take it out, or we take it out only 3 centimeters. I said, how about you put the second one in on the right side? So, you know, like we tackle the problem from both sides. At this point, I can joke, because like only half of my side is in pain. And he said, look, how about we pull it out a little bit, because these needles, they bend, maybe it bent a little bit to the left or to the right. I'm like, okay, I mean, let's try. He pulls it out. He does the 3 centimeter thing, I suppose. It was amazing. Afterwards, I felt nothing. And then I kept telling everyone, man, where was this when I had my first heartbreak? Because that shit hurt even more than these contractions right now. Like, for every heartbreak, epidural would really save the day. So yeah, afterwards, everything went like you see in the movies, you know. They put you on your back, you put your legs up, and then you scream and you push. And it feels like taking the biggest shit of a lifetime. It doesn't feel like reverse sex. It feels like pooping. It feels like pooping. And Louis had one part of the towel in his hands. I had the other part of the towel in my hands. And then we were doing a tug of war while I was trying to push the baby out. Of course, I ripped all the way. And then they had to stitch me up. And then I looked like a baboon down there. You know, the monkeys with the big butts?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I looked like down there. And it was painful. It was so painful. And I, idiot, because I love to watch like all these Instagram mommies have their life hacks. I bought a few products for postpartum, and one of them gave me first-degree burns.
Oh gosh.
So I couldn't walk for 3 weeks because of that. I was thinking that I was helping myself, cooling the situation down. Instead, I was burning my vajayjay away. My midwife looks down at me. She says, "Why are you burned? Like, what are you doing?" So if it wasn't for Louis, who paid for a nourishment delivery system, we would have been so fucked. Because you're tired. Every 2 hours you have to get up. Your wife cannot even go to pee without help. I can't shower. I can't do anything. My boobs are engorged. They hurt. It's a wet mess. The bed is always wet because the boobs keep making milk. The baby is crying, or you don't know why he's crying, and suddenly he has acne. Babies can get acne. Who thought? Who knew? And then you have to make sure he doesn't get fever, because if in the first 30 days of his lifetime he gets fever, you need to go to the hospital immediately. There's so many ways you can fuck this thing up. You can squish it if you fall asleep. And of course you'll fall asleep, because every 2 hours you have to wake up and you're just so fucking... So yeah, this is an abridged version of what it was like the first 3 weeks of our life with the baby.
Sounds like fun, huh?
Oh, it's a bonding experience. It's like going through war.
And you guys are in Montreal right now, right? Yeah.
I'm looking at the view right now. We have a really nice view, but I'm done. But you can visit anytime you want.
Yeah, maybe when there's not that cold.
So that would be from June till September.
Yeah, that's it.
But
Any horseback riding over there?
I wish.
Nothing?
When we leave to see the countryside, we see horses.
Yeah.
But it's not our community, so I would have to like do my research and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like this is like polo, like you have to be rich to be able to do it.
And
I still have this like poor immigrant brain, you know? Like I think that I don't deserve a horse. For me, like I see horses and I think blonde, pretty chicks from Norway.
Oh no. No.
I don't see myself on a horse. It's either that or Native Americans.
Yeah, there you go. That's better. No, I like the western side of horses better than the English.
What's the difference?
So Western think cowboys, and then English think what you think about when you think about horses. You know, the push.
Yeah, because I'm European. I don't think like an American.
Yeah.
Like it's in Europe, you have so little space that owning a horse, this is the epitome of luxury. It's really like you either own a horse or a yacht, you know, like it's there. You're in a completely different tax bracket.
Yeah.
In America, it's still more affordable. You can still get like a nice big ranch for maybe, depends on where you're at. Texas not anymore. It used to be very affordable right before the pandemic, right? But now
it's definitely hard to get that, but you know, the culture is completely different. Even the equipment is different from Western to English and all that. So
do you mean polo in specific or just riding?
The way that you ride and the equipment that you use is completely different from Western to English.
How?
And even the horses too. So for Western, you have the big saddles with the, that round thing in the center, which we call the horn. Like the vaqueros, right? English don't have that.
Okay.
It's definitely a smaller saddle for English.
Isn't that like the automatic thing, the autopilot? You put your leash on this thing in the middle, and then you are like this. Well, what is it for?
The horn?
Yeah.
So Western people use that because cowboys, when they rope let's say a cow or a calf or something, they tie the rope into the horn so they can hold it.
Yeah, autopilot.
No autopilot. So if no autopilot, not autopilot. So if I'm if I'm on a horse, right, and I'm working on a ranch, let's say a cow ranch.
You have to do this as well. Otherwise, I don't believe you. So if you're on a horse.
What?
If you're on a horse,
yes.
Show me the horse, how you're doing the settling thing.
Well, depending on the speed that you're going to.
Okay, so how are you going?
So let's say that you're going fast, right? Let's say a cow goes out into or another horse, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as a cowboy, you need to get the cow, right? Because you need to bring it back to the ranch, right? So you rope it with the rope, right? You grab it with the rope, right? You cannot hold it with your hands. The cow on your horse. While you're on the horse, you cannot hold the cow with your hands.
No, but you use the lasso.
Yeah, you cannot hold the rope with your hands.
Because you have to steer the horse.
No, because you can't. It's too heavy. The cow is too heavy, right?
So that's why you use this thing.
So you put it on the horn, so the horse holds the cow, not you.
So really, it's not autopilot.
No, it's not autopilot. It's not autopilot. It's a tool. It's a tool that you use to control whatever you grab.
Okay. So and you obviously know how to do that.
Yeah. You can. Yeah, you grab the rope, throw it, hook it.
Okay, I gotta call it a day. Monsieur Laurent needs to eat his dinner. The small one, not the big one. The big one gave up on his dish a long time ago.
Yeah,
thank you so much for talking to me.
No problem.
I would love to visit you sometime in Austin.
Yeah.
And get
we'll
some
figure
cows
something
home.
out. We'll figure something out. And it's good to see the baby, and the place that you're in is good to see you there too. So,
thank you. Same with you. Say hi to your wife.
Yeah, I will.
Ciao, dear.
Take care.